I think I like it enough for right now. I'm gonna change it later, but I just need something to keep a solid idea. Check out some alt rock. Unfortunately, that's exactly what I want right there. It's like a weird title, though. Alt rock, heavy groove. It's like a radio station. It's that weird triplet fill. I really want to like this beat there, but I just don't. And it just feels awkward. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm stealing either. I'm just enjoying my life. And these are copyright free. Or some shit like that. I don't know if I'm weird, but I really love like simple kick patterns. I think they just have like they almost like have more impact on the emotion. It's like they leave space for the rest of the feeling. Don't get me wrong, like something fucking super crazy is super cool too, but I would like that. I think I've totally used this one before, but nobody's ever heard it, so it doesn't matter. Ah, it's so long. The drummer that did these, his name is Anoop. Super good. It's not Phil Collins. It's a derivative of Phil Collins, though. It's. I think it's gonna be a cover of actually the Police. I always get Phil Collins and the Police mixed up. I love Genesis too. I'm dumb. My screen is black. It doesn't show that on any of my stuff. Uh-oh. I've literally got no. I got no indicator that my screen is black. Is that what you're telling me? Or you're saying you're not watching? so much better. There's like the kick aggression between the two people who track that. I guess track it. It's MIDI. Like didn't track it, but like I guess like made the MIDI. They still use an electric kit, and it's like aggressively different of feet. Just like their how they hit. Like here, let's glue it so I can look at it. Yeah. So this is the difference of velocity. It's like this guy is fucking hitting as hard as he can, and then this dude like is like he's giving a. I feel like he's giving a lot more fill. Um, but it's not quite as much as aggressive. So maybe I'm losing the weight of it because of how much he's doing over here. Hmm. Hmm. Love that he's like matching his like almost every hit he does with a foot, like with a kick hit. It's insane. Let's just see if I can blow this up. I think this is a new thing Cubase added, but I love it. This little like bar they have on top where you can still see motherfucker. Where you can still see the whole thing. Sorry, I should have had this prepared. Literally to the my best friend who's watching alone. And one YouTube viewer who genuinely could be you as well. Alright. Did I fuck that up? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna fucking put that to the grid really quick. What can I just do? Yeah. There we go. There. That's so weird that that happened. I'm not covering the police. That was a joke. I I love the police a lot. I probably should. That'd be really fucking cool. But like genuinely they're one of those bands, and I know you played a lot of their songs on bass. They're one of those bands that you they like deceivingly don't sound as technical as they are. And then for guitar, it was like, oh, that's those are all jazz chords, and they're all played really like precisely on rhythm. You know, and, like I know everything is played precisely on rhythm, but it's just really technical. It'd be fun to cover a fucking a police song though. I need to listen to this part so I can see what I can chop out of the kit, because I feel like it just gets so busy right here. And it's cool for what it is, but it just gets so busy. You know what's funny is that I think I could actually just cut out like the accent notes and it'd probably be totally fine. And typically accent notes are like something that I think are really needed. This dude fucking drives them home. I like this though. Let's go and delete those. Here, listen to that. Yeah, that sounds killer. I swear it's that simple thing sometimes. I think we just tear it out real quick. And then I'll look at like anything that has like a swing beat to it. Or at least I don't technically know if it's a swing beat. Just like something that feels a little bit out of place. Is that a double hit? Sure is. That's weird. Oh, that was not a double hit. I kind of like that. And that one's well placed. Alright, let's see how this sounds. Oh, there's still... Oh, I'm getting into his, and I actually like his performance. Nice. Alright, now that I have an idea of what I want to hear, I think I might load up some drums and play to it. Maybe we'll go to like a clean, like plucky section next. Let's check out what... there was some like cool modern fusion stuff that I heard. Let's go to a 5/4 maybe. No, I just want to keep it simple for today. The dynamics between that and was it this? That's crazy. God, dude, he's such a good drummer. This is Chris Olsen. I'm pretty sure he's in some sort of prog band. I like how I'm pretending someone asked me. Oh, by the way, a drummer named Chris Olsen. Huge fan, except for I don't know what band he's in. Let's see. That's so good. It's so like, it's like the opposite of catchy, where like you're like not sure what's happening the whole time. I spelled his name wrong. He is the drummer for. I wonder if he's the one that's done work with Pliny. Could be wrong. I have no idea. I'm playing with here. It does not say. I like how there's like questions of net worth for I don't know. There's lots of stuff apparently. Alright, let's go back to that though. Not to that exact one, I actually want to change it up. This is Eric and Prada. He was the drummer for Fever 666? No, Fever 555. That's what it is. And his other band is Night Verses or Nightverse. Super good drummer. It'd be sick if I actually went into that Latin beat. Hi-hats are gonna drive me insane, though. I like that one. Just because it's like busy but calm. If I can turn that shit all the way down. There we go. That's doable. It's livable. Whew. Turn on the air conditioner. Thanks. I have medications ready. All right, to all my 30,000 viewers, I'm gonna go I'm going to record some. So I'm going to silence my mic in a second. I have to do work really, really, really fast. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I think it's weird that I want to double this verse. That's like, oh, okay, it's just going to be just as long, and then I still want to add a pre-chorus onto it, which makes it forever. But I think that that's like the whole prog nature, which is so dumb to say, but I think it's going to sound good, and then I'll have a pre-chorus at the end, which I think I'm going to pick right now. I think that will do. That'll be cool. That's definitely probably. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, buddy. Alright, let's see if I can remember what I just played. I think I can kind of watch it and see what I did a little bit. It's kind of scary. This is the first time I'm doing this ever. Luckily I'm here with you though. Almost. And then it's not going to be exactly the same. I have to do it twice anyways. like that one better. Alright, yeah, let's just move on. Move on to doing it one more time. See, that's the part that I actually don't like. Honestly, I know I said chorus there, but I kind of want to come in with like the heaviest fucking breakdown. I think I'm looking for that fucking alt rock groove I had earlier. It'd be super cool. I almost want. Never mind. I kind of want a real breakdown. I say real, like single kick isn't a breakdown. It's like my favorite kind of breakdowns. Let's see what I got. Maybe we could go with like a fucking death metal breakdown. That's it. I don't think technically that's a death metal breakdown, but it's played by a dude in a death metal band, so maybe it is. Who can tell you what genre of a breakdown a genre is? That fucking like weird like I think it's metric modulation they do it right here where they like do a weird like a quad kick right here. Oh, that's so sick, dude. I want to follow that. That's so dope. I need to figure out what I'm playing though. So heavy. It's super heavy. It's almost like a weird, like, I'm not a technical guitar player in that aspect, but sick. I was like planning on doing something super cool and just like blinked. I'm gonna do a cut and paste of the thing that I said was a pre-chorus, so we can almost do it as like a false pre-chorus beforehand, and then do it after. God, what the fuck did I do? I think a cat turned off my air conditioner. Something weird. Or I, tripped the thing or something. I don't know. It was weird. I'm hot as fuck. So. All right. Have you ever noticed that printers sound like cats? Just like a whole bunch of stuff happening all at once. Perfect. And then we'll do this. Alright, let's see where we're at. I love you. Alright, what I'm doing right now is faking a bass just because I have a baritone, and I actually don't have a bass that could go that low. I do technically, but it's all floppy and sounds like shit if I do. So I'm gonna fake it, and it's probably gonna sound fine. I need a better cab sound though. I can be honest with you, that's like the best fake bass sound I've ever heard. Like usually you hear people like fake a bass, and it's just like clanky and gross. Alright, let's see how this. So what I'm doing now is I'm duplicating it and giving myself a fake DI. I don't think anybody cares at all about this, but I think it's super interesting. This is like my favorite. Like mixing bass is probably some of the most fun you can have. That's a dumb statement. But what I'm gonna do, hopefully I can find something that what I'm looking for now is like a kind of like what you would call a preamp for anybody who doesn't know. Let's do. It's kind of like a. It just gives it a little extra oomph. That is, that is so fucking sick sounding. I am gonna try to get my producer buddy Carlos to check out the stream, so he can hear this fucking disgusting shit. Let's see if we can make this grosser, huh? More gross? Alright, I'm gonna just track it and see how it feels. too loud. There's like it's silly when you track a bass, probably more than most. I'm guessing drums is probably a thing because you wouldn't want it to be in your ears very much at all. But when you track bass, you actually want it to be quieter because it's typically how it's going to be. So the parallax is my favorite bass tone, and they only have dark glass in here. They don't have the. I think there's a parallax pedal. I could be wrong. Either way, I have it. It's like my favorite plugin. And I want to see what it sounds like through this. It's fucking sick though. That's the fucking plugin I need to. That's the sound I need to play with. Carlos, I don't know if you're watching, but this is that. This is with the push pull. This is the single coil. And this is the normal pickup. It's gnarly. It's gnarly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move everything around. And get it where I want. And then call it a day for this writing session, because that was fun. First time writing with a baritone. That moment when you look up at the screen and you see that you just turned to your side and everybody knows how fat you are. That's super fucking cool. Keep kicking that breaker. Alright. Let's see. I don't want to do that. Okay, buddy, if you see me. Alright. I'm gonna. I might actually. let's do some routing. Done. Alright, that is all routed. Okay, now we're going to get to the mixing portion of the dance. I want to make sure... It's still routed, right? Hello, 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 hello. Hello. There we go. Okay. Now, Now if I'm mixing, you'll probably be able to hear me a little bit better. I feel like this is one of those things where, like, anybody who's watching this is like, oh, poor Tyler. Nobody's watching him do the thing that no one wants to watch. Let's just do it easy. Let's just put SSLs on everything. Just be a good starting point. It's like a good all-around thing. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting up all of my sins, or auxes, if you've ever worked in Pro Tools. And I'm just copying and pasting across the drums because it's faster. And then I can decide which one goes where. They all go to the parallel comp except for the cymbals. And then I'm going to pull these down by like 8. So go down, we'll do 12. No, not negative 85, negative 8. Now this is the drum distortion bus, which I like to send stuff to. Everything goes to the plate at, I'm going to give it a little bit more juice this time, but typically I go, what's the fuck? Typically I go like negative 9. Today I'm gonna go negative 7. 2 dB into plate reverb is kind of a lot, and then snare and tom reverb at 100. We're gonna go and listen to that. Now this is just the compressor. I like to hear it splat, like destroys that transient. Give it a high pass so it doesn't react to all the low end. Because if you turn it up, it goes way down with a kick. Bubbly. I want about 10 dB of gain reduction. And then I don't think it's ever loud enough. No, I know it is. But I like to be able to control it with a fader, so. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. I was like, why is it going off, as in like why is it not centered, and like kind of sending mono signal for the snare, because snares are mono, or at least mine is. Let's fuck this shit up. Alright, now for the real distortion. I might want to turn the my toms down. See, I'm telling you, it's always so much lower than I need it to be. Let's go 18, because I still want to hear him. I love how it sounds unusable. That's like one of the funnest parts about this shit, is like, I know that this sounds bad. Alright, let's make this simple. This is the toms. I might actually have to go looking for the right part for this. Never mind. Okay, one's coming up too. Perfect. Or we could do the bright toms. Let's go back to where there's a lot of them. No, that's not it. I dig those a lot. Perfect. Alright. And now the plate. This is the fun, like this is the one that like kind of stays static through the whole mix, but it's kind of fun. Just like letting it chill and do its thing. I think I started using a different plate the other day. Let's see. Let's see if I got another one that's cool. Oh, that's right, it's SSL. This is so sick. This like sounds really good. Where's the mix? Oh, that's so good. Now let's blend them all in. Let's pick a good one. Let's just do the chorus. There's a lot going on in it. I'm going to turn off all processing so you're in the bus compressor. I'll turn it up for you guys a little bit too. We're not quite to the limiting stage yet. It's a dual compressor. Off. On. You just kind of feel like it's like every drum gets wider, like somehow, like physically. And then the distortion. There we go. Gives that like sub-frequency feel in the low end. It sounds so good. Just mainly on the toms because it's like, I don't know why, but I have like negative 18 in the bus, or like in the send to these, and it's just still killing them. Like it's just destroying the distortion. I think it's just the low end frequency stuff. snare verb. I might even go in there and physically turn them down. I love how much they poke out, dude. It's so good. Alright. And then for the static. And that gives it so much more body. Like it pushes in on the drums. There's like a, I don't know, it kind of like fills in the holes drums naturally have from each drum. Like, I don't know, somehow it's like if you picture a drum, they get smeared, which is a good thing in the picture. And again, I'm not a professional, I have no idea. I'm gonna turn it down a tiny bit though. That sounds good. Alright, let's add some 2-bus distortion. And 2-bus is pretty much what it sounds like. It's my stereo bus. It's where everything goes through. And I actually just send my instruments through this one, and then send my vocals and all my vocal processing through this one. And I have 2 stages of it. Mainly, I don't know, mainly because I have too many plugins on one, and I'm fucking a nerd. So, I don't know if I need any more gain quite yet. It sounds good the way it is. Alright, I'm going to turn it down for a second because it's going to get louder. There's my compressor, just normal SSL stuff. There it goes. And I really am just using it to tame the transients of the drums going forward through the mix. This is my shitty fake bass. Hold on a second, I'll do it in solo in a second. I just want to. Put a little compression on that to kind of kill the dynamics. This is kind of a heavier song, so that's what I want. Oh man, that's like the worst playing ever. Just for future reference, 3K on a bass is like the secret frequency. At least it's for me. It's like 3K, like 3K and 300. But I want them to go the opposite directions usually on most things. I'm sure it's some magical octave thing that I don't understand. And 900. That might become 1K though. Let's see where that sits. This plugin has the most annoying feature. It has auto makeup just set to on, and I'm trying to turn it down with a compressor, you asshole. Like, leave me alone. I know it's not a real bass, but it sounds super good. All right. Okay. Now, let's do a little guitar, and then I'll dive a little bit deeper in the drums. Bye, Sam. Have a good day, okay?
I will.
You took your 2 o'clock at 2, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I swear, sometimes you can just bring 4K down by 1 dB and your guitars sound better. Like, just immediately. All right. Fine, Carlos. We'll make it loud. I think that's probably better now. All right, now let's go back over everything I just did. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I swear about that 4K thing, crazy. But it's also your presence sometimes, so you gotta really be gentle with it. You can do that like weird old school trick where you bring up the 10, like the 15, I think, and then they just like come in super heavy with that. It's like a old people who mixed on SSL boards used to do that, where they'd bring in their 15 like super heavy on a shelf, and then bring it back down with a low pass. I don't know how low. I just heard them do that, so I'm doing it to where I feel comfortable, which is apparently 4K. But with it off, and with this off, it opens it up a little bit more. There's a little bit more energy up there. I hope that works. I made it a lot louder. I know that I've been doing this whole time with it being quiet, but... Alright, these are my two mastering EQs. These like low end moves will matter more when I have a limiter. So we'll see. Something I don't really mess with a lot. It's the drive. I don't know, every time I do, I'm not quite sure if I like it or not, but I keep it on the tubeless just so I can mess with it. Every time I do it, I'm like, and then I'll move to like my favorite actual distortion is so much dumber than that. Like, you just get a, oh no, that's not. Get a Veramune style, so Fairchild style compressor, and you just like nuts out everything. I just blend it in. I kind of like, so this second channel, I forgot to say, all of my effects channels, all of these channels, all the like weirdish pastel color ones, go into my post instrument bus. I kind of like the fact that it's like extra parallel now. Like really, like, you know, my buddy Carlos who's watching is way better at hearing distortion than I am for some reason. He's been doing it a long time, but I can hear it like right about here, and I don't like going past that. And also you can almost hear the compressor react in the background, and I don't really particularly want that. Sorry, I also forgot. Very fast. I'll fast everything. This to control like the low end transient spots, like where like all that kick you're hearing and stuff. Take it down about 3 dB and then turn it into a compressor. There we go. Put them at an 8 ratio, so it's really getting it. Might slow down though. Yeah, there you go. It's subtle, but you can hear it on. Yeah. I swear, it's just like in that low end control. Super tired of this part, so I'm sure you are too. Let's find another part. Let's do the clean part to make sure that everybody is going to be happy. Everybody's going to be happy, so happy. Oh yeah, I forgot I had guitars in this. This is like something I want to put a synth behind and make it like almost like more evil or mystery kind of feeling, and kind of like have it go in and out of key as it moves, so it kind of pulls the tension. That'd be fun. Now is do some imager stuff where I control the actual like picture of where everything is in like the stereo spectrum. And I'll take everything. It's like around, I mean, I usually do 60, but because of there's a floor tom in this MIDI kit that's like a fucking 18, I think. And so when it hits, it hits. So I'm gonna take it a little bit lower than that. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with like, I'll go 80 actually. Which isn't even that low. I've seen people do it like at 100. And then low mids, 500 and down. I'm gonna pull in a little bit too. Just like 10%. And then the very top, this is like some shit I've only seen like some people do. I'm gonna pull in just a little bit to like kind of narrow that frequency spectrum. So it like kind of sucks the hi-hats and everything a little bit more to the center, but it's not enough for you to like freak out. And then I'm gonna make like the main guitar parts a little bit wider. A lot of people are way too heavy-handed on this, but when I'm doing as much as I'm doing right here, I don't want to mess with it too much. I could even lose the low-mid spectrum. It just sounds a little bit better. It's like almost like the V. This is like one of my favorite things. You use like 2 compressors on your 2-bus, but the second compressor is a parallel, and it's slower. At least the attack is. The release is going to be fast. Sounds like all the way around. And I only blended in like 30%, so like so technically it'd be like getting 1.5 dB of reduction, but also it's so like that's like a really rough estimate because of the fact that it's a parallel. But also real dumb, so that could be totally wrong. Through this song. Okay, it's gonna get quiet for a second because I'm gonna start pulling in limiters. Alright, so I add Ozone's Dynamics and then just full Ozone 11 by Isotope, because I like to use the Ozone Dynamics as a multiband limiter, and then I hit it really hard into Ozone, and then from Ozone I use Ozone as like as kind of like a pumpier mix. And then honestly, like one of my favorite clean mixes or clean limiters that I have is the FGX2 from Slate. And And this it has a compressor in it. I literally never use it. I don't think I've ever used it. True peak limiting, kids. I like to cheat a little bit sometimes. If I'm being honest, I think I'm just gonna let Ozone do tell me what it wants me to do, and then I'll see if I have any problems. I'm supposed to do it on like a loud section. Who uses a limiter at 15 dB? Like, come on. But I'm going to stack like 6 dB, and then the other one's going to be 3 dB, so it's going to be pretty high up there. And then the other one, I'm going to like pump 6 dB out too. So maybe me, but it's spread out, so it's more ethical. They have this impact plugin. It's so sick because the way that it actually does is it syncs up, which I think I can actually do. It syncs up to the timing, so it actually helps with the... I probably shouldn't, because that's not how I typically use it. It syncs up with the actual tempo of your mix, and then it will like know that that's where like a transient's going to be, so it will try to help the transient either go up or go down in velocity, and it's so good. I mean, it's really like, it's like a cheater, like it's like a super cheating plugin. But I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And then Clarity is really cool. It's kind of like Clarity and Stabilizer are kind of like the Gold Floss plugin, and that's where like you can put it on pretty much anything, and it tries to look for like really. I think it's like a mix between Soothe and the Goldfoss plugin, where like the Goldfoss tries to like make it a standard sound, but the Soothe plugin obviously tries to look for like certain frequencies that are just bad and tries to take it out of it. So I keep them on, is what I'm saying. I keep them on because they're good and they make me sound better. They make me sound better than I actually am. And then there's some dynamic EQ that it puts on there from it, but it's usually just the transients from like the bass or the snare and the cymbals, and I dig that. And then of course the limiter, which I typically always change. I think it was that one already. I'm dumb. Dude, just... Alright, true peak limiting, kids. Then I know upward compression is like a lot of secret for like big guys where they know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like using upward compression because I'm not good at this. I do it for fun. Alright, so pretty much the same idea that I did with the imager. I'm going to load in the same idea with my first, or sorry, that I did with the imager that I'm going to do with this limiter. It's a multi-band limiter where I'm going to handle everything around like 100 hertz, and then this one I guess I'll go to 666, and this one I'll do 4,000. So like 4,000 and up, and 4,000 and down to 600, and there it is, 666, and 666 down to 100-ish, 115, and then 115 down. And these are guessers for me. I don't have any idea what they do. So let's see. Let's see how loud it is. I'm gonna control it a little bit. I hope that's not too loud for you guys. Especially on instrumental mix, I like to bring it down to pretty much where it barely touches. Like if you just look where the transients, like kind of like the what do they call that? The RMF. Like it's just like the average frequency of that area right until a transient hits. So like make sure it stays below the transient hit, so I can kind of just control that area a little bit. Like for example, I'm down here in the low frequencies, and I know that what I'm dealing with down here is like some bass hits, some tom hits, and the snare in particular. And so I'm just looking for that snare hit, and I'm trying to find where it's sitting before the snare hits. This is like the weakest way to master. Now, the kick area, like the super low frequencies, below 100, they're a little bit different, though. I like to treat them like they're, I don't know, I need them to be a little bit more controlled. Up a little bit because I don't want it to act like a compressor. Say. They're all on like ratio of 10, so they're not gonna act like a compressor. But like for the cymbal one, I want it to be a little bit higher than all the rest of them, because just making sure that those transients are really taken care of. This is the part where it's going to get weird. Alright, I'm going to turn it up a lot in the multi-band limiter. Looking at how much gain reduction I'm doing, how much clipping I'm doing on the multi-bass, or the multi-band limiter, which like this Ozone and Isotope are just so good that, and I don't mean so good as in like they're perfect plugins, it's just they're their outs of all their plugins have such high headroom, even though it says it's clipping, it's for sure not clipping. Like, there's no way. I'm also thinking I'm working on like 32 float or whatever when it comes to how much headroom I have. So the digital headroom is insanely high, which I know doesn't always apply to plugins, but for these ones, I would be surprised if it doesn't. They're CPU hogs like nobody's business. I wish I understood transient independence and transient independence sustain. Like, I think I get the concept of, like, what those words mean, but they're just turned up 100%. I'm like, oh, I hope that's good. Alright, and, like, the last little... Before I really tighten up some drums, I just want it to sound pretty okay. I'm gonna put some, like... What do they call it? Like tape saturation, which like is the most saturated plugin. A lot of people hate this plugin, and I don't care. I like it. I finally got it to work for me once, and I was like, yes. Oh, it's going forever. It's gonna be on my 2-bus. That's the wrong plugin. It's a wrong kid. All right. It's the Slate Digital virtual tape machine. It's a bag of poop, and it's also golden. It's like a pretty bag of shit. Let's go back to that little. Let's go. So I put it on on its classic mode, which I'm only calling it that because I actually don't know what it is, but it's FG456, which I'm sure is an emulation of something. And if Carlos is still listening, like I know you're screaming it. And the tape machine I'm doing for 2 inches for 16 tracks, mainly just because I think it adds more saturation. That's what I want right now. I'm not quite sure if that's real or not, but I know it adds more low end. At least it feels that way. And then in the speed, I'm doing the 15 IPS, IPS, whatever. And I don't know anything about the biasing, but I know it gets more distorted if it goes high. So I've done that before, where I've put it on mixes and just like, or I put it on drums that way, and just distorted the shit out of it, like. And you can do it on mixes too. It's like a lo-fi trick. But that's all the distortion. I love that. Like, that distorted kick just makes me so happy. I don't know. I'm not proud of it by any means. Let's see now. I'm sorry. I'm doing drums really fast. I like to mix drums as a whole. I don't really like messing with them. Dude, that drum distortion adds so much to the snare. Those like ghost notes just become like their own sound. It's sick. God, I just mixed everything with the knob. with the plugin not activated, because that's how good I am. Ugh. On stream. Well, let's hear how that sounds. Let's hear how it sounds with it on and then off. I think I did great. I think I did. That's so fucking dumb. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb person. Man, that's heartbreaking. All three of my viewers, two of them, I'm almost positive are my best friends. So I'm gonna hear about this later. For sure. I'm gonna give it some compression. I might, you know what, I might actually go make sure it's on every time now. So Plugin Alliance has this plugin that's like the purple compressors that are super sick. Purple audio. These bad boys, my rad. I'll use them a lot. I like to do it like the 4 and the 8 down, which I don't actually know what that ratio comes out to, because I think it's like a fake like version of the real breaking of the machine. There we go. So that is about as good as I'm gonna do. I love that there are people sticking around for this, but I'm pretty sure your phones are just on and you forgot that they were on. So, just like I forgot that plugin wasn't on. Alright, I'm gonna try to make this quick because just a little bit. This doesn't really need all that much. And 3K or 300. 4. I'm gonna go to 1K and like. I'm pretty much just turning it up, which is funny. mean, the two best, the fucking SSL channel from my snare to my drums. Give him a little high pass, right around 50. Overheads always just get a small treatment. I don't really like that too much. 7K bring down. Kill below only around 200. Makes that kit come through a little bit better. And then 1K always looks to bring down that. A little bit of a brass compression to the top. Touch the actual cymbals. Preset and see what it's got. I like that. It's like it's having a hard time keeping up with itself. There it goes. Just want to make sure there's not too much to the drums. All 4 plugins I have on just the shells. Burn down everything. I have a bit more careless. Playing is fucking horribly rough, but it is what it is today. Just trying out my new baritone, which all of this I did. Other than the drums, obviously. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and add some synth to some stuff just for fun. Let's see how this goes. You know what? I might be done for now. I think I might have naturally talked myself out of mixing because I've kind of been doing writing all day. So I'm going to go take a break and then I'll probably jump back on and play some Elden Ring. I love you.